boxing. Over the years, how many lives has boxing really saved? We could go back and count, we could do the math, we could take it back years. But just an assumption, I would say boxing has saved as many lives as guns has killed. And I say that because we had an opportunity today to take a trip into Reading, Pennsylvania. It's a little small town. It used to be a booming town back in the 30s and 40s. Had a lot of crime back then, but I think now the crime level has escalated in this little small town. And that's one reason why I want to take my hat off for this young man that I'm about to talk to, as he is creating a movement right here in the little town of Reading, little city of Reading. I know when I was growing up, you could go out and you could fight someone, you fight someone in school, and tomorrow or that afternoon, you become best friends. Or you would go out and you would fight someone because you had differences, but you knew that you were going to wake up the next day. You knew that you didn't have to look over your shoulder because somebody wanted to get back or because somebody wanted to unlive you. And the reason that I mentioned that and the reason that I paraphrased it in that sense is that today's generation, they're so quick to get a get back, but they're also even quicker to pick up a weapon, to pick up a gun that is going to change the lives of so many people. And if you know RWB Sports, we're all about giving everyone an opportunity because everybody has a dream, everybody has a purpose, everybody has a goal. And what we want to do here at RWB Sports is allow our younger generation to have that dream. Now, when we were coming up, things were different. When our parents were coming up, they were different. When our grandparents were coming up, they were even more different. And we can run down through there and talk about the differences of how each generation has evolved. But I would like to say that Gen X was the last generation of understanding. We were the last generation of it's going to be okay. We know we're going to have to get out there and work our butt off to get what we want. If someone did something to us, we wasn't in such a hurry to get back at them because we understood that karma is a real thing. Yeah, they may have got the upper hand on you this time, but later on down the road, something may happen and they're going to need you. I remember going to school and in the back of the trucks, they had shotguns, 22s, they had different rifles and things like that, even had handguns in the glove box. But we didn't have to worry about if we got in a confrontation with anybody, if they were going to pull that weapon and use it. Because back then we were taught to be a man. And to be a man, you settle your differences with these. You don't run and get a weapon. You don't go and get a stick or go and get a brick. You ball these up and you meet at a meeting place in a neutral area to where you know that, hey, this is mano a mano. If you kick my butt, then I apologize. If I kick your butt, then you apologize. But we didn't have to worry about whether their buddies were standing over there watching and was going to unlive us if we were getting the upper hand. They didn't have to worry about if my friends were standing over in the corner and was going to unlive them if I was getting the upper hand, if he was getting the upper hand. What I'm trying to get at is that crime has gotten bad. And I know that not just boxing, but any extracurricular activity back when we were growing up, I think deterred a lot of that. Mine just so happened to be boxing. And that's one reason why I want to talk about it. And that's one reason why I wanted to talk to this young gentleman, and you see on the screen behind me, about the movement that he has coming up. Because those coaches, and you have to take your hat off to those coaches and trainers that do these activities for these kids, because they are the parent outside the house. They are the father figure that may not have a father figure at home. They are the mother who may not have a loving, caring mother at home. They give and replace that nurturing that sometimes these young kids don't get at home. I know boxing saved me. It gave me an out. It gave me a place to go and take out my frustration. It gave me someone to hit, and I knew I wasn't going to get in trouble for it. It gave me something to exert all of that energy that I had inside that was itching to get out, but it was constructed into a way of coming out in a positive way. And I thank my trainer, Donnie Broadway, for that. I thank my other coach, Danny Jones, for that, because they were real sticklers on studying the craft, learning what you need to learn. Because if you do that, you don't have time for anything else. And so at this moment, we're here in Reading talking to Alex. He's the founder of BSL. It is a movement that you've seen many times before on social media platforms. Most of the time you see them as bare knuckle competitions, backyard competitions, tough man competitions, or you see them as, what is the new one that they got? It's a country brawl, not country box, because country box is my good friend Jimmy Adams out of Nashville, Tennessee. But they have a redneck brawl that they do. But it gives these aggressive kids and aggressive young adults something to do in an organized area to where they won't get in trouble. Now, we want to do everything the right way. We don't want anything to be done illegally, because even in this sport, you can get hurt. Even in this sport, we've had some great fighters pass away in the ring. But what he's doing is remarkable. This is BSL 400 that's taking place February 7th on Canal Street in the warehouse over there. Alex is one of those guys who was troubled as a teen. He's seen his family members growing up. They have been on all levels of the sport of boxing. They've been in amateurs. They've been in tough man. They've even been all the way up to the pro level. He just had a cousin who just signed a professional contract just the other week. So he's trying to make a movement here in his own city that is going to try to redirect the crime into a better place. And I can't do anything but commend him for that, because we have a saying that we have, is that we are real men making good men better. And we should never look down upon a man unless we're reaching down to pull him up. And that's one of the things that RWB Sports want to do with BSL, is that we want to eventually team up with them, but we've got to get a lot of the legal things in order first, to be able to really come together and really be able to pull this off. But I think it'll happen, because I love the determination. I love the enthusiasm that this young man has. He told me as we were sitting there doing the interview, he said, he's already a legend. He's already a legend. He believes it. You know, he has talked it into fruition that he is already a legend, and I like that in this young man. 21, 22 years old, has goals, short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. He's promoting this BSL movement, and we want to get behind him and support him. And so at this moment, I want to reach out to all of you that are watching, and all of you that is going to watch this program, if you would like to support this young man in doing what he's doing with legals and any of that, if you are a lawyer, and you want to reach out to help this man with his legals on getting things sanctioned and getting things done properly, please reach out to me. Please reach out to him. Let's help this young man live his dream. Let's help this young man do what he wants to do in a sport that he loves. He's been in the ring. He's seen the ups and downs that happen inside that square circle. So help me in getting behind him and getting another dream accomplished. Because you got to think about it. One day, this generation is going to be taking care of my generation. And I want to make sure that they've had every opportunity possible to be able to defend me, protect me, and take care of me. I know I have kids, and I know that they're going to do their best, but they're not going to always be around. I know that I'll probably go into a nursing home, and I'm going to want someone in there who has had to live a little bit and understand what it's like, So I don't want to keep babbling. I don't want to keep talking, but I want you to take notice of this young man and what he's doing and the fun time that we had just sitting down talking, talking about boxing, talking about, what he's trying to do, talking about where he's going, where he's heading. It was just a fun day in a city full of crime. I enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. So why don't you join me as we go inside to talk to my friend Alex, BSL. Guns down, gloves up, boxing saves lives. Hello everybody, and welcome to RWB Sports. It has been a long time coming. Me and this gentleman that you see sitting beside me, we have been trying to set up and line up this interview for months. It started way back in 2025 when he first came to me. He was talking about a movement that he was having here in the city of Reading that is trying to save the lives of the young men and women here in the city. Is gloves up, guns down, BSL. Now, you've seen this type of sport before. You can go on any social media, YouTube, anything, and you can see what these guys are doing. But BSL is something different, and it is Boxing Saves Lives. That's what the BSL stands for. And when you have a young gentleman with this mindset and this caliber of way of thinking, this is what we need more of in our younger generation. Anybody can pick up a gun, but when you pick up a gun, you ruin multiple lives. You ruin the young life of the person that you shot. You ruin your life because you're going to get caught. You may think you won't, but you're going to get caught. And when they take you away, now you've ruined your family's life, and you ruined the young person's life that you have just unlived right here on the spot. Well, now here in the city of Reading, I'm speaking to my friend Alex, who is the head and the founder of BSL, and I'm going to turn the mic over to him and let him talk to you and let him describe to you exactly what BSL means and what BSL stands for.
Alright, so BSL means it's a legacy, it's a movement, it's a, overall it's something that you're going to see in a couple years on the big screens.
Right.
And it's also a new way to escape the healing, the pain, and just keep chasing your dreams. So overall it means to guns down, gloves up, and to just keep pushing. It's a overall movement. It's more than a movement. It's positive, it's peace,
Right.
love.
That you being a young fighter yourself, you come from a background, a lineage of fighters. You have a cousin who just turned pro with a well-known promotion company in the area coming out of Houston, Red Owl. He fights over there at
Allentown.
yeah, he fights in Allentown, but he's training over at Star City. All right, over there with Coach Bates and those guys over there. Alex, I mean not Alex, but Eric Martinez. Now, boxing saves lives, and I'm going to get back to the original question because you used to box. So what has boxing done for you as a young man?
It did a lot. Well, I never went nowhere. You know, I'm still, you know, in the game. I just took like a little break, but I'll be back soon.
Right.
You know, but boxing did a lot for me. It changed me. It made me a better like person overall, and it kept me from like not being in jail and not, you know, death. It actually made me like a better person like overall in the ring and outside the ring, and like foremost, like importantly, growth.
Right.
And mature and a mentor.
Right. And that's one thing that boxing does, and I recommend that anybody that has a young kid, male or female, it doesn't matter, that is constantly getting into trouble or that has behavior issues, I won't say boxing, but I would say get them in some sort of extra activity, some out of school sport, even if it's in school. Because what these sports they do is they teach young individuals a way of life outside of the sport. Because once you grow up and become an adult, not everybody is going to be that 1%er. And what I mean by that 1%er is not everybody. Let's say you're boxing, okay? Everybody is not going to be that Floyd Mayweather. Everybody's not going to be that Sugar Shane Mosley. Everybody's not going to be that Zap Judah. All right? You have a very small percentage of those that make it to the top. So what are you going to do after that? And that's where this comes in. That's where the sport of boxing, I boxed myself. I was one of those troubled kids that stayed in trouble, and then when I got into the sport of boxing, my coach, Donnie Broadway, and Danny Jones, they taught me life lessons. He told me, he said, son, the moment you put these gloves on, you're going to fight the rest of your life. And my trainer was a retired, well at the time he was still working, but he was an undercover narcotics cop there in Nashville, Tennessee. So I understand what you're saying and what you mean by boxing saves lives, because it does. It teaches you things. It gives you direction. So now let's talk about this movement. Let's talk about this BSL movement. You have an event coming up on the 7th, which is this weekend coming up. You have an event coming up. Let's talk about that event.
It's actually an event to, you know, bring the hope and keep the people together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually another event to consistency and just keep doing for the city, like
Right.
showing them like I'm consistent.
Right.
And I really love my city where I grew up from, and I really want to take young people and take them to the top.
Okay.
You know? And
Now, this event, this is a boxing event that takes place at Canal Street, is it?
yeah.
Okay. And so this
There'll
is
also be a showcase, like artists.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like a showcase, like a party.
okay,
You know, people will be singing, performing.
right. But the main event is the boxing aspect of it, right? Because that's what we're talking about. Boxing saves lives.
Yeah.
So the main focus is the boxing aspect of it. What comes along with that is all extra. That's all the accolades. But what we're really talking about is how these young guys are coming together to prove to themselves that they are capable and that they can do what they set their mind to doing. Now, these guys that are coming, that are competing, they have no amateur background, they have no boxing experience, they have no recollection of what goes on inside the ring? It's just
Yeah, there's boxers on there. There's like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and then
let's talk to them about it. Let's explain what this event is going to be. Let's explain what this event's going to be about.
it's gonna be like about entertainment, showing a good repetition
Right.
and showing different, because the city has been down for years
Right.
with the drug, with the violence. So foremost is having fun and showing them there's a way, and beating the trauma and beating the healing, and leading them to their dreams.
In the sport of boxing.
You never know, after this, they get in the gym
Right.
and they want to box.
Right.
So
now, do they have time to train, to get ready? Do they have time to prepare for this?
Absolutely.
They have weigh-ins. Let's talk about some of the matchups on the card, because I know you're promoting this and you're also doing the matchmaking. And I know that in boxing, it has to be a sanctioned event. In the professional level, there's sanctioning bodies. In the amateur level, there's sanctioning bodies. Even in what they call the tough man contest and backyard brawls, they have sanctioning bodies as well. Now, is BSL, is it leading up to or going forward into being a sanctioned event here in the city of Red?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. I know you said that you would talk to the mayor a little bit.
Talk to the mayor about signing some paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Now, soon I'll be doing like an amateur show.
Okay.
I'm in the works for that, and soon it'll be like my brand and my repetition will be going with celebrity matches.
Right.
So it's definitely sanctioned.
Okay. So let's talk about the direction of BSL. Where is it at now, and where are you looking at it to be in 5 years? Because when you have a business, you always have your immediate goals, you have your midterm goals, and you have your long-term goals. So you have a 6-month, to 1 year plan, then you have a 5 to 10 year plan, and then you have a plan for eternity. Let's start right here. Let's start with the immediate. What are the immediate goals of BSL in the boxing industry?
Doing shows, doing celebrity shows, getting on the Gillian Wallow card. That's one of the goals. And I also got like an event that I'm hosting with Freeway. I don't know if y'all know who Freeway is.
Know exactly
he's from
who Freeway is.
State Property.
Know exactly who Freeway
So,
is. You talking about Rick Ross?
No. Freeway from State Property. The one that sings with Jay-Z.
Okay.
The one that sings with Jay-Z.
Right.
Rockefeller.
Different Freeway. Yes, different Freeway.
Yeah, so he has an event. I got an event I'm hosting.
Okay.
That's sanctioned.
Okay.
So, everything from here out is big.
It's going up.
It's going up. Yeah. Soon I want to be on arenas.
Right.
Soon I want the world, to know.
Right. No,
Like my vision right now is big. Like it's not from year or like months right now. It's from I'm already planning now for 5 years.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I wanted to get at. What are BSL's goals for right now? I know one of your goals should be getting through the 7th.
Getting through the 7th, getting on the freeway card.
Right.
And then getting towards that Gillian Wallow card.
Okay. Now, what's going on the 7th? What is that about? What is that sanctioning body going to be? What is it? Where is it going to take place? Who are some of the fighters on the card? And who are some of the people that will be there? Who will come out to watch this on the 7th over here at Canal Street?
Families, the audience, my guy Kerry Hudson, and a lot of boxing fans, and this is like this platform is going. I gotta get this 7th out the way, so like that I can continue being on big platforms and
Right.
I can continue rising up.
Right. So how have you gone about in promoting the 7? Because I know I talk to you, because I know I'm inside the boxing circle, so I see and I follow everything on social media as far as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, now TikTok. Everybody's posting what they're doing on these social media sites, and me as a boxing journalist, I follow all of those things. Now, that's how I knew that you've had fights in the past. So how are you going forward in letting people know and giving people knowledge of what BSL is doing and what BSL has going forward? Because you know, a lot of people promote things. And if someone sees what you're doing and they like what you're doing, that may be an opportunity for you to get sponsors, get promoters, and grow even more without getting into your own pockets. You see what I'm saying? So how can we find what BSL is doing? What BSL, do you have a website? Do you have
YouTube,
an Instagram? Okay.
I got YouTube, BSL, Street Boxing Productions. I got an Instagram,
Okay.
Boxing Save Lives,
Okay.
and then I got
Now let the fans know where they can
I got
find
an
you.
Instagram, Boxing Save Lives, and then I got another Instagram, BSL, Street Boxing Productions, and then I got a YouTube, BSL, Street Boxing Productions, and also Facebook I can find me at.
Okay. Now, being a boxing fan, because you want everybody to know what you're doing, you want everybody to know the growth of BSL. Let's talk about boxing now. Let's talk about
Amen.
boxing in a general. We have beautiful fights that have taken place. We have, you know, my guy, Terrence Crawford, who last year beat Canelo Alvarez and put on a clinic. No one thought that he would go in and do what he did and the way he did it, but he put on a clinic. I'm going to start in 2025 and ask you, what did you think about that fight in particular?
I gotta give us credit. I knew that was gonna happen.
Right.
Like, even though I was going for Canelo, but I knew that was gonna happen. I knew Crawford was gonna go in there and put a masterclass clinic. He always been like that, man. I got shout out Crawford.
Right.
Like, he, for sure.
Yeah, he just retired. He said that there's nothing else for him to do.
Should have beat that 50-0 record. There's a lot for him to do.
That 50-0, you know, that's a prestigious record, okay? But he's done something that no other fighter has ever done. Whenever he's won, he's either won every fight by unanimous decision or knockout. Floyd can't say that.
Yeah, but
Manny can't say that.
Floyd is the best. He's the greatest of all time. They just marked him as the 21st century boxer.
That would
Numbers don't lie.
That would rate presence in a lot of young.
I got him second. I got
fighters.
Crawford second.
Yeah, that would be, and I don't get me wrong. Now I'm going to ask you this when I say that too, because you know Floyd Mayweather is an excellent fighter. He came to Nashville, Tennessee, right before he turned pro. He fought a fighter of ours, a guy named Terrence Churchwell. Fought him in his high school, and he outpointed our fighter. Didn't stop him, but he outpointed him. Great group of people. Had a great team around him. Very athletic. But do you think by him making a presence of being perfect has set a different standard, have set a different tone for boxing today? Because when I grew up,
absolutely, it like, I'm not gonna discredit Floyd, but it messed boxing up because everybody wants to owe. Everybody don't want to lose.
right?
But I'm a different cloth. Like, it was never about that. Like, amateur, like, it don't matter about, like, I feel like the old shouldn't matter nowadays. I feel like the best should fight the best. So what Floyd did, Floyd came in the game and Floyd changed the game.
Yes, He came in and
Business-wise,
he changed the game altogether. But now he has fighters not wanting to fight
lose.
because
They wanna
they're
protect
afraid
their
of
oath.
being it up. Now,
Yeah.
if you think if you lose
That's
that
the
oath,
curse.
that is going to change your greatness, that's going to change your history, that's going to change your opportunity from being inducted into the Hall of Fame, because you have fighters back in my day that has 4, 5, 6, 7 losses that are inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I'm going way back to the Muhammad Ali's and the Joe Frazier's. You know, I'm going back to the Evander Holyfields and the Mike Tysons and the Riddick Bowes and Buster Douglas. You know, those guys, they have L's on their record, but they are still considered one of the greats. Me, myself, personally, the greatest of all time, and I will explain to you why I say that, is Muhammad Ali.
I knew he was going to say Muhammad.
And this is why I say that. I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to give you the sweet science behind the reason I say that. Muhammad Ali was a great fighter, all right? But he was an even better person.
And he had the people with him.
Outside the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not what you do inside the ring, because
it's what you do outside.
people are paying to come and see you entertain them. All right? What are you doing to give back to your fans? Now I'm going to ask you this. What has Mayweather done to give back to his fans?
I say because he did help the poor, like he helped the people.
Jake
And
Paul's
also-
doing that.
Now, also Mayweather came from a poor background. Like he came from the bottom, like his dad being shot, his uncle going to jail, and then when he climbed up like to a pay-per-view star, he gave back. He was kind of like arrogant, like you know how you say that, like
He was arrogant, cocky.
But
Most fighters are. They have
it's
to
where
be.
it's where he came from.
Right.
Where
But
he,
most fighters are. Anybody that doesn't have that sort of or that level of confidence in themselves are
and there's
never
different
gonna be great.
generations though. Like where Muhammad Ali was at, it was like more of a like Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I feel like I like one thing I like about boxing now is the Floyd Mayweather. But what I like about like overall is the Muhammad Ali, his movement. And
So let me ask you this. You have to go back and watch it. You have to go back and watch it. But I think that Floyd Mayweather was beat on 2 occasions. I think that he was beat when he fought Shane Mosley. I think that he lost that fight. He came back, but I do believe that he lost enough in the early rounds to have that blemished on his record. And then when he fought Zab Judah, and Zab Judah's a little bit younger than I am, but he's in his 40s, and he gave Mayweather the business too. You know, you have to go back and watch it. You have to go back and check it out.
They stung him a little bit.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. There was a couple fighters that gave Floyd work, but their conditioning wasn't there. Like you gotta knock him out. Like Mayweather's hometown is Las Vegas, so he's gonna fight all the time in Las Vegas because he has a name already in.
He's got a name everywhere. And no matter where he fights, he's gonna draw a crowd.
Yeah,
He's just Floyd Money Mayweather, and that's why he got the name. He was.
But I can
pretty
agree. I can say what you. I can agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, it's not a right or wrong. It's just getting an opinion on where you think fighters stand. Because the reason I said that, and the reason that I talked about the Bud Crawford and Pacquiao, the Bud Crawford and Canelo fight, is because just here last weekend, one of Crawford's stablemates, one of his, right-hand man, did you see who Shakur Stevenson had in his locker room?
yeah, Andre Ward, right?
He had Andre Ward,
And
he had
Crawford.
He had Clarissa Shields. He came out, and don't get me wrong, because Teofimo Lopez is a hell of a fighter. He is a wonderful entertainer. He knows the sport of boxing. He came in with a game plan, but Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody has a game plan till they get busted in the mouth. And that's exactly what happened this past Saturday night. So, now, let me ask you this. Do you think there was anything Teofimo Lopez could have done that night to overturn
No,
the decision.
no. There's levels.
Did it?
Teofimo ain't on that
Yeah.
level.
Okay?
I'm not trying to be rude or like cocky. Like shout out Teofimo, he's a great fighter. He was one of my favorites too, but at the same time, Shakur is just another level. Like he's just.
I agree.
I'm
I
not.
agree.
I'm not trying to praise the man or sound like I'm
You
praising
gotta
him.
give him his flowers. You gotta
But
give
I
him
know
his flowers.
Shakur, I know his cousin, I know his uncle,
Right.
his grandfather. I know them. They're from Newark, New Jersey. I
Right.
actually fought on tournaments with his cousin,
Right.
and they're all built like that. So it's like Teofimo, he's a good fighter, but he has trouble with boxers. But Shakur is just like the only one that can beat him is Tank.
Okay,
But
that was gonna be my next question. Who do you think out there in the circuit today, because we know, Tank is in a little trouble right now, but he's gonna come through it.
Well, I can't really pray for him, but
Yeah,
I hope the situation gets better. for sure.
he's gonna come through it. Talk to Calvin Ford up there in Baltimore, and he assures me and he talks to me, lets me know that Tank is gonna be okay. So once all of this is done, once all of this is behind Tank, because I think he will come back to win the fans over. Do you think Shakur is gonna wait around?
I don't think Shakur gonna wait too long, cause like Tank right now is going through like domestic.
Right.
He's going through, well, all men battle and go through.
Well, all men go through something.
Woman issues.
Yeah, all men go through something.
But I don't think he's gonna wait around too long. He's trying to get Conor Bennett.
Right. Now, that was one of the discussions that was at the end of the fight. He actually called Conor Benn up into the ring. They had their little tete-a-tete. They had their little discussion of what was going on. I don't think Conor Benn is ready for that. I don't think he's ready for what...
Conor Bennett is a basic fighter to me. Like he's predictable.
Right.
Like
I don't think anybody out there right now is ready for Shakur Stevenson.
Nah.
I don't care who you
I think
are.
Tank.
Right now, with Tank's
Loma wouldn't be Shakur at his prime. Lomachenko, that's my favorite fighter.
I don't think so.
After his prime?
Lomo in his prime,
Loma.
Shakur right now.
Yeah. If Loma was fight at the old, Loma coming up, he would be Shakur.
Early Lomachenko, and
Was it beast?
only thing that Lomachenko had on Shakur was footwork, because he moved a lot.
Angles.
He had angles, but I think Shakur's speed would have stopped that. Because think about it, Teofimo has speed too. He came out trying to use his footwork. Shakur isolated all of that with that jab.
But Teo has trouble with boxers.
You're right. You're right. The only thing you can say is,
Ortiz exposed.
but he exposed it. He exposed a lot of things. We have a lot of fighters out there that they get exposed. When like they say, styles make fights, right? And it all depends on who you have in front of you, and it all depends on who comes out that night. And that's what boxing is all about. That's what boxing, it does. It gives us entertainment, but it also, gives you an insight of what all goes into. And you can sit there and have that argument about someone being too big, someone being too strong, but it's all a mindset. Just like you and your movement, gloves up, guns down, BSL, boxing save lives, it's a mindset. And what you're doing with that platform is a wonderful thing. I think it's a great opportunity for young individuals to come together to settle their differences like they used to.
Yeah.
We used to fight, and the next day we were best friends. We didn't have to worry about someone looking over our shoulder because they're going to come back and shoot us. We used to carry guns to school in our trucks, We used to have 22s and rifles and shotguns in our truck because before school we would go hunting. We would go hunting and then whatever we caught in school, you know, we would use it as part of our grade. We would butcher it there at school because we had those programs, you know, but there was none of this, you know, well, I'm going to get my gun and shoot you. You know, it was no, you took an ass whooping and you got back up and you were best friends. But you was able to squash whatever differences that you had between one another and you was able to move on. So BSL, how are they looking at changing the way the young people are looking at things going forward? Because the generation has changed. They're so quick to pick up a gun. They're so quick to permanently change someone's life. What is BSL doing to alter that? What is BSL doing to change that?
What I'm doing to change it is, you know, being the peacemaker. Like anyone got problems, like call me. I'll situate it before it gets like violent.
Right.
You know, and these events, man, just talking and giving that knowledge and giving that power. Because knowledge is power.
Right.
You know, so, and also setting a good example and showing them change.
Okay.
That's what, you know, BSL overall
Is doing. Now, the combatants, the warriors that are coming to step into the ring, are they individuals that have beef with each other outside the ring? Are they are they a group of men and women that are coming in to BSL to settle a difference? Or are they just coming in to try out the sport of boxing?
Well, I'm trying not to have that no more on my platform because, you know, that can be like you know, it's more like trying out boxing. It's more something a little more positive, you know, because before it was like, yeah, trying out subtle differences, but now, like, I'm changing it a little more. It's to try out boxing, to take it somewhere far.
Okay. Giving them an opportunity to see what it's like to step inside the square circle for the first time.
Yeah.
See what it's like to, you know,
It's a legacy.
take a punch, you know, because it's one of those things that as a fighter, no one wants to wake up and go get punched in the face. Fighters are a different breed of people. Fighters are different animals. To be able to get up and endure that day in and day out, you know, for years. Some of these fighters fight 10, 15 years and they put their body through hell to try to make something or try to be something or try to make a living for their family. BSL is a new movement here in the Reading, Pennsylvania area that is trying to establish that for these young generation that's coming up to be able to say, hey, death is not the answer. Shooting people is not the answer. You can do more, you can be more, you can become more. All you have to do is take time out, set aside, think about what you're doing, and let's try something different. That's one reason why I wanted to come and I wanted to finally sit down and get this interview with Alex to see what BSL is doing with gloves up, guns down, and how he is looking at changing the future of our young men and women here in the city.
Changing the game.
Yeah, here in the city.
Change the game.
You know, that has had struggles, or that has had trouble coming and going with, you know, the violence. You can't do it overnight, but you can do it one event at a time. And I know that it is something that is evolving and is becoming more popular. And I know that you're working on getting everything sanctioned, getting everything, you know, approved to where you can do it more frequently. And with that said, RWB Sports would like to extend a hand in supporting what you're doing. If there's any legal things that you want RWB Sports to look at, as far as, you know, looking at how to get sanctioned and looking over the paperwork that you're doing in order to get this done and get it done to the point to where everybody is safe. Everybody is protected, everybody is growing, and everybody is improving. That's what we want to do at RWB Sports for BSL. We also, for your event on the 7th, we want to donate a set of RWB Sports magazine gloves for your fight of the night. Now, that would be up to you on who you think the fight of the night is going to be and the winner of the fight of the night. So I want to extend our gratitude right now and give you these gloves for your event on the 27th, on the 7th. As things go, because RWB Sports, we're in the process of having a brand glove. It's called Force. And our Force gloves are right now at the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission being checked, being tested to be able to go and be placed in professional bouts on the professional circuit. Once we do that, once we get all of your paperwork and everything together and get it corrected, then that is another thing that RWB Sports will not hesitate in being a part of donating the gloves for your events and for each and every
Sure, I can have these gloves and my brand too.
Okay.
My BSL, like my logo.
Right.
Gloves too.
Right. You got a BSO. You got a BSO. Glove?
No. I'm in the works with that.
Okay.
That's down the line.
Okay. So that's part of the 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. Well,
Customized gear.
yes, you gotta brand yourself. You have to brand yourself. So I want to thank you once again for taking the time out of your day to sit down and talk to RWB Sports about what you have going on and what you're doing. We are very proud of you being a young entrepreneur here in the city of Reading, trying to do good things, trying to do great things in going forward. So I know it took a long time for this interview to happen.
It's all right.
But it's here.
Yeah.
We've had it.
Yeah.
And so hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Hopefully everybody is enthused about what we got going on. We are streaming it live right now, but I do have it being recorded because I'm going to go back. I'm going to edit everything. Look for it to be up on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and the streaming channel. It's www.stream/the RWB Sports TV. You can go there, you can find it. That's our newest platform, that's our newest network. We got the RWB Sports Network now. So they can go there and watch it as well. But once again, let everybody know where they can find you. Let everybody know about the 7th coming up.
Y'all already know, man. Y'all know my slang. It's personally stepping. You know what I'm saying? My social medias is TV Alex. On my IG is Boxing Save Lives. On my TikTok is BSL Street Boxing Productions. And y'all already know we going up. It's personally stepping. It's BSL, be yourself. Woo!
There you go. This is Reginald Peoples with RWB Sports. My guy, BSL himself. And what we say at the end of every show,
My God.
we'll see you in the tournament.
Yes, sir.